From one roadside attraction to another, to another, to another. From one DC fast charger to another, to another, to another. It all begins tonight. The ccs1 to CHAdeMO adapter cross-country trip, or at least as many states as I can hit, begins now. I figured what better place on election night, today is election night, what better place to start this EV adventure road trip than the House of Presidents here in Claremont, Florida. A beautiful little museum that is incredible, very inexpensive to explore, and you can spend a good hour or so in there. They do got some cool stuff, I have to say. And this is a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. You guys could check it out. I may be wrong, but this giant Mount Rushmore that sits on the side of it. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, but I have heard stories that this was actually used in National Lampoon's Vacation. Like I said, I could be wrong. It was used somewhere. Now, obviously, because it is almost 10 o'clock at night, it's closed, so we're not going in. I do have videos with inside this place. I'm actually a annual pass holder here. If you pay for a day, you can come back all year long as much as you want. Today would have been actually a good day to go inside, just due to the fact it is election day. You know, after voting, come in here, enjoy the museum. But I did not do it because, well, I had other things to do and prep for this trip. Anyway, I'm gonna get on down the road and get to my first charger before hitting the interstate, heading north to Georgia. Exciting, right? I know. Due to the fact I was a little bit busy today, I started the morning with 100% charge, but I had to take my cat into the vet to get spayed, take her all the way back to Orlando, and start today's adventure that's gonna last like a week long. I'm not fully charged anymore. So I come back, this is one of my normal chargers. I know that the adapter works at and everything, but I need to get enough juice to get going down the road. So I figured I'd whip in here, which is about 65 miles or so from where I started. And I figured, let's get it in here, get a quick charge, and at least we know we can get at least like one successful charge. Who knows, the rest of the trip may not work. You never know. You just never know. Ugh. So, I am at Bushnell, Florida, Electrify America. And one thing about Electrify America, they need longer, thinner cables because their cables are just a little bit heavy. All right, so let's get a successful charge, shall we? Where is my EV stuff? There it is. Electrify America. We are in Bushnell, Florida, Walmart, and we are on pump 3. Let's fire this girl up. Oh, that's not gonna work. This here could be an issue for some of the trip, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I have been putting this adapter through its paces over the last couple months here in Florida, and for some reason, no matter how many times I plug in the charger to the cigarette lighter to put a little, or the adapter to put a little bit of juice into it, it doesn't seem to hold it as long as it did when I first got it. And I believe there's a capacitor in there and not a battery. So I don't understand why this is happening, but it's not actually a big issue. You only got to shoot a little bit of electricity into it just for a minute or so, not even that long. Okay, let's give it another shot. I think I got it. It is flashing green. I did bring, instead of using my car and turning the power on the car to get juice from the cigarette lighter into the unit, I did bring a Jackery with me so I could just plug into that. And it seems to be catching. Now you don't always have to do this. It works really well for a lot of the time. It's just lately, I mean, this since I've had it, this might be the third time I've had to actually plug it in and get some juice into the machine or into the adapter. But I just heard that click. It's starting. The pump should be firing up any second. And there is CHAdeMO here. It's over there and it does work, but it only puts out 42 kilowatts. Where this one here, it's usually the high 70s. Some decent speeds. If we can get it working. Come on, what's taking so long? Thank you for choosing Electrify America. Here we go. There we go. Click for me. Lock into place. Yeah, this is taking a long time. Sometimes I don't know if it's the chargers themselves that take a long time or if it's communication. Because you do slide it with your app and things take time to talk to each other. But I've never had this fail here. This would be an epic fail if it doesn't work. Not a good way to start the trip. It does say reconnecting the vehicle. This is not how I wanted to start my evening. Unplugged from my Jackery. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was because I was pumping juice into it. So I unplugged it and hit continue. Maybe that was it. This is a learning process. This is what I'm doing this adventure for. Let's see what happens. I just heard the click. Or it could be just this charger is bad. Nope, it's working. I just got a blue light on my dash. Let it lock in here. There it goes, it's locked. Okay, that's all it was. It was just, I had it plugged into the cigarette lighter and to put juice into it when all I actually had to do was plug it in and charge it for maybe 4 seconds. That would have been epic though. That would have been extremely epic if the first charge didn't work on this trip. Fingers crossed, it's smooth sailing for the next at least 1,000 miles. Maybe not 1,000 miles tonight. My plan is tonight to probably get in about 600 miles. I'd like to do 600 miles a day. It's not always going to be that way because there is roadside attractions I want to stop and visit. You know, I'm going to stay away from the big places and check out the small mom and pop businesses, the fun roadside attractions and wacky, crazy museums. That's the plan anyway. Let's see what we're getting in speeds. Okay, the speeds are starting to climb. We're at 70, 71, 72. Is it going to go any higher? Is it going to stick about 72? Look, 73. 72, so it's going to be between 72 and 73. That's not bad. Not bad at all, Electway. 6 pence, AA Crane. That's any of those 3 websites or companies you can get this adapter. There'll be a link in the description below. So for those of you that don't know what's going on, let me clue you in. Tonight is the first night of an epic journey in a Nissan Leaf, a car that is meant for city driving, not long trips, not over the road, due to the fact it uses a charging standard called CHAdeMO. And because the United States and other countries are phasing out the way this car charges, it's not meant for long road trips, obviously. But the great people at AA Crane, 6 pence EV, or Electway, you know, like I said, they're 3 companies, but under one umbrella, so you can get this product, any of them. But they made this product that uses the charging standard ccs1 here in the United States, that where we can plug in our CHAdeMO into the ccs1 charging adapter or plug and get a charge. We can travel. It opens up a whole new world for people like me that drive this one particular car. And I started a GoFundMe and a PayPal to try and generate some revenue to test out this adapter out over the road, leaving the great state of Florida, venturing off into the wilds of the United States, and that's what's going on right now. So the people that helped me on GoFundMe and the people that helped me on PayPal actually funded this trip. As far as I can get. My goal was to get to California and back, do a round trip, Disney to Disney, but I didn't quite generate enough revenue to do that. But I did generate enough to get out there and test out some, charging stations across the country, going through 5 or 6 different states, using only the adapter, and that's the plan. Putting people's minds at ease, because I believe there are over 400,000 of these vehicles on the road, and if they take away our charging standard, and we can't charge our cars, what do you do with them? You spend a lot of money on a car that you can't drive. So this little adapter right here is going to be a lifesaver for at least 400,000 people around the globe. And I don't know specifically the numbers of these cars in the United States, but I know Europe has a lot of them, Japan has a lot of them, Australia. It's basically Europe, United States, Japan, Australia, and Canada. A lot of North America. So this is what I'm doing. I'm taking a road trip. So a better route planner is telling me I have 71 miles to my next charger, because I did pick more charges, less, and that's how I want it. I want more charges. I don't want the fastest time. I want the more chargers to test this adapter. So the adapter. Maybe that's what I said. I don't know. I'm watching the infotainment center, the election updates and stuff. It is 11:23 at night, and so I'm just watching that as I sit here and get charged. It's a nice thing about the infotainment center. You get Netflix, YouTube, all of Disney Channel. You get everything on the infotainment center, which is nice, especially nice when you're sitting here charging. But yeah, so I got lots of chargers, but my next one is 71 miles away. I have 173 miles available already. I'm at 83%. I'm going to go to 85% just to give myself a little bit of cushion, because I don't feel I need to stop in 71 miles. I just do a little bit more. Maybe I could stop at about 125 miles and then start hunting down a charger. I am going to hit as many different ones as I can, because the one that it wants me to stop at, I have charged at before in Gainesville at the Target store, and I know that one works. Okay, let's end this charge and get the show on the road. We need to put some miles down. And plus it's down to 30 kilowatt charging speed, so let's hit stop. 250 miles in, I come across these FPL chargers in Lake City, Florida. So the app says they are 350 kilowatt machines, but these look too tiny. Those look too tiny to be 350 watt machines. Plus this one does have CHAdeMO on it. Actually, all these have CHAdeMO on them. But you know what? I'm not here for the CHAdeMO. Notice something, even these small machines have CHAdeMO and CCS. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and use this anyway, because these are FPL machines. And I think these are the new ones, and it looks like those cabinets over there are probably the old ones. So let's try some of these new ones and see how they work. It's nice to see that they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CHAdeMOs and 6 CCSs. I like that. I'm not exactly sure on how to use this. I'll probably turn the Wi-Fi off so my phone will pick up a signal. Not exactly sure how to use these FPL. I know I don't have an account, a paid account, so I'm assuming it's going to come out of the bank. Let me swipe that away and start over here. I'm assuming what it's going to do is just come out of the bank account, because Electrify America, ChargePoint, all those, I have money in those, but FPL doesn't do that. So I am in Lake Park, start charge. Payment error. This might be a little bit tricky. Okay, I went ahead and put my credit card information on. It doesn't let you pick what pump yet. It just says start charge. So in just a second, hopefully a QR code. The charger is now communicating with your EV. I guess it knows what one you're parked in front of. That's kind of weird. I didn't have to pick a charger. It knew. There it goes. CCS1. I didn't have to do nothing. So this is kind of cool. These new machines, you don't have to type in what pump you're at. It knows where your car is in front of it. This must have a sensor. These must have sensors on them, I'm guessing. If so, that's cool. You pull up to it, it knows. It says establishing communications. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Okay, we have a little problem. It says it didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. I'll try it again. Maybe I did something wrong. It was trying to connect. I'll put it back and give it another shot. Okay, I come to find out that charger in the app, I figured out how to read the app, said that one's in use, but it's not being used because I'm the only one here. But it says that one's in use and there's another one in use. So I just moved over here. I just heard a click. It's establishing connection. This one might work. We'll see. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. If it doesn't work, I'm going to try the CHAdeMO and see if maybe it's just the pumps, or maybe it's my phone. Maybe I have to tap to pay. I don't know. I just wish it was like gas stations where you could just start pumping. Okay, let's see if this works now. I think I found out what happens. So within FPL's app, you can say CCS or CHAdeMO, but you have to do it within the app. You can't do it on the chargers. I hit like a bunch of chargers and I had it set on CHAdeMO when I should have had it put on CCS. That would have definitely helped. Okay, but it is working now, so I'm gonna go ahead and charge up a little bit for about 5 minutes, I think, a better route planner's telling me. And then on to the next one. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. That's how it has to be done. So I tried that one, this one, and then this one until I realized I had to change what type of vehicle or what type of charger you have within the app, because if you press this, press that again, it doesn't do nothing, and then it doesn't give you the option to press CHAdeMO or CCS. Okay, I got it figured out. We got it working. So far, it has been a fairly long night. I didn't think I was gonna. It was in my truck. It doesn't take me this long to get. I'm close to the Georgia border right now, but it never takes me this long. I don't know what. I think it was because I stopped for dinner at Waffle House. That could have been it. But this here is my second charge. You know, I charged it on Bushnell. Now I'm up here in Lake City. And then, so my next one should be Macon, Georgia, but I think I'm going to stop in Valdosta, Georgia first and try some chargers there before continuing on up to Macon. And that will be 4 charges for the evening, fast charges. Then I'm going to mosey up a little bit, drop the battery down some, and I'm going to look for a 1772 and get a little bit of shut-eye for a little bit, and then continue on later in the afternoon, keeping the battery cool. So far it's 72 degrees. Perfect temperature for these long distance road trips, whereas once the sun comes up, it could heat up a little bit, and I'm a little bit worried about the battery. I don't want the battery to heat up, so I got really slow charging. I'm trying to keep it optimum charging speeds. I didn't know there was a guy sleeping under that tree over there. Uh-oh. I didn't get consent to have him on camera. Okay, I am showing that my next stop will be Valdosta, Georgia, 60 miles away. And Yeah, how much time do we have to charge that? Let's see here. Oh, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you. It does tell you, though, exactly what you came in at and what they wanted you to charge to. They only wanted me to go to 65% inode or whatever it is through a better route planner, where it ties into your OBD adapter, or you can tie it to your OBD adapter. I did not. I tied it to the Nissan Connect app. So now a better route planner is connected to my Nissan Connect app, and it knows everything that's going on within the car. So it knows how many miles, it knows everything, and it kind of like Tesla does, where Tesla tells you where all the stops are, how many miles you're going to have when you get there, what your battery level going to be at. It's pretty good. It's worth paying for if you're going to be doing road trips. I don't know if I would pay for it if I wasn't doing this road trip. I just have the free version, but the paid version, so you can connect it to your car, and it knows there. It just connects to your computer via the Nissan Connect app. It knows everything. It's doing really, really good. Now, my next stop is the Circle K. I did go to the website. I went to the app, and it's got like 1.5 stars or something like that. It's like a very low rated app. Lots of complaints, $50 holds on your credit card or your ATM card just to get the charge. And a lot of times the app does not start the charge. At least that's what about 6 or 7 of the comments said. So I'm a little bit worried about stopping at the Circle K, but I need to try it. I need to give it a shot. I just don't know if I can afford a $50 hold at the moment, because 7-Eleven, sometimes it takes like 4 days for that $40 charge to get back onto your card. If Circle K is anything like 7-Eleven, I can't afford to have a bunch of $40 charges connected to my bank account at the moment. So I may skip Circle K, at least on the way up. On the way back, when I know I have enough and I know I'm going to make it back home, even if they do take the charges out, I think I'll do it then. But I think at the moment I'm going to bypass Circle K and see if there's another charger up the road. So far, Electrify America has been my savior. Not that the FPL wasn't good. It was pretty good. But I know so far with this adapter, I know I can always count on Electrify America, ChargePoint, and yeah, those are the two big ones. FPL seems to work good, but I need to hit another one just due to the fact I don't know if it was because I've used them on the Turnpike before, and they started totally different than the ones in Lake City, Florida down there. And I was either doing something wrong. I'm not sure if I was doing something wrong or if there was something wrong with the adapter. So I definitely need to hit another FPL to test that out. But at the moment, I am on my third charge. This will be my third charge. And my next one will be a 1772. So I can charge slowly, keep the battery cool, and get a little bit of rest. I'm probably going to put in 30%, no, whatever, not 30%, about 20%. I'll put about 20% in, drive another 100 miles, and find me a 1772 somewhere, hopefully like in the parking lot of preferably a hotel or something like that, so you can just park in the parking lot, put the blinds up, and get a little bit of shut-eye, and then continue on throughout the day after I shut my eyes for a little bit. But today, that will be the end of today's video, right here in Valdosta, very Valdosta, Georgia. Now, right down the street, there is the Circle K. It's right down there. I've seen the chargers in the parking lot. Now, I did want to try them. They're ABB. They look like they were ABB from the road, so I know they'd probably work, I'm guessing. It's just that $50 charge, the hold, you know, because what if it just takes a couple days like the $40 7-Eleven ones? And I just can't, I can't afford it. I'm on a very tight limited budget. I did generate revenue, but not that kind of revenue, you know. It is what it is. I got to be very cautious while I'm out here. Anyway, that's it. Tomorrow when I wake up, continue on up or today when I wake up, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably going to go to sleep about 8 o'clock in the morning for about 3 hours and then continue on and then hit some sort of roadside attraction. Not exactly sure what I'll find, but we'll find something. We'll find something. Until then, I love you guys. Peace out, everybody. Day 1 in the books.